screen with us.
What's up, Pineapple Gang? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I'm a former flight attendant turned owner of my very own travel agency, Pine to Palm Travel. We are a travel agency that caters to adults, and we also proudly support our military members, veterans, and their family members. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to subscribe, slice and dice that like button, and then elbow 5 that notification bell. Today's video, I will be reviewing the Disney Hollywood Studios Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride, and let me tell you guys, I have a lot to say about it. I will be talking a little bit more about this ride so you guys can have the information that you need when you're visiting Disney's Hollywood Studios, and telling you about my ride experience. And yes, it's an experience that you, well, let me get into that later. So before I tell you about my experience and what the ride was like, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an overview of the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride. And this ride is a little bit more complicated than just getting into a line.
The Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride was built in 2019 in Disney's Hollywood Studios in Star Wars Galaxy Edge. This is one of the newest attractions at the Disney World theme parks, and it uses some of the newest technology available. Fortunately, because of this advanced technology, Disney fans say it is also the reason the ride is down often due to mechanical issues, as it is one of the first of its kind in any theme park. As many of you know, you cannot simply get into line for this ride. You must secure a spot online by being put into a virtual queue. You have 2 opportunities to do this throughout the day, one at 7 a.m. and the second at 1 p.m. Now for some good news. For those of you who are worried about getting into the virtual queue, Disney has currently suspended this service as of fall 2021. You now have the opportunity to wait in a standby line for this ride. Make sure you are checking with your travel professional or on the Disney website to see all the current rules for riding. They do make a note that the suspension of the virtual queue for Disney's Rise of the Resistance might end at any time, so it is very important you stay up to date. But this has made many people happy who have been worried about getting into that virtual queue and potentially missing the opportunity to ride this amazing ride.
Sorry guys, I am finishing this video another day, but I just wanted to hop in and say from here on out, if you do not want any spoilers of the ride itself from start to finish, stop watching now. I would love your support on my channel, but at this moment I would not want to ruin that for you guys, especially if you're a first timer. Check out one of my other videos up here.
Incoming transmission from Ray.
Is everyone assembled? Good. Should you be at flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Stand clear. Deck doors opening now.
Alright, all recruits to transport. No need for safety gear. It'll be a smooth ride.
That was a little sneak peek of the first room we went in. We were introduced to the type of technology this ride had right away. It was really cool, and it definitely made you excited for what the actual ride was going to be. From the start, this ride totally has you hooked in.
After the first room, we're moved to an outside area with quite a few props, and this is where you can really see the detail that they've put into the ride. Y'all know Disney is known for their detail, so this was kind of fun to look around and see all the nooks and crannies of this entire experience. But then we were moved to another room. The ride has not started yet.
On board now. Transport is away in 30 seconds.
I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Vakara. There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First First order TIE fighters! Reroute! Reroute!
We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I'll get some press to make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake.
This portion of the experience was my absolute favorite, and you felt like you were thrown right onto the movie set, and so many goosebumps because it was truly magnificent. The stormtroopers also moved their heads, and it seemed like they were watching you, so it was pretty cool. A lot of people were debating if they were real people or not. Of course, in my mind, Disney would never pay that many people to just stand there, so definitely cool. The biggest bummer about this area, though, is that the workers did push you through kind of quickly. I would have liked to stand in there for a little bit longer and just take the whole scene in. After that room, we are taken into a few different lines. The workers now have the attitude that you are prisoners, and they are taking you to get interrogated, so that provided a little bit of entertainment for us as the workers were yelling at us to get in certain spots.
By the three, aren't you?
Three, yeah.
How many here?
Three to form a line out of the 11.
People here. People here. Everyone, forward with me this way. This way. Here, follow me. This line, follow them. This way. It will be imperative to your interrogations. Once the interrogation cell has been prepared and the door has opened, I will call you inside by your color. First blue and red, followed by silver and orange. Once inside of the interrogation cell, you are to stay away from the walls of the cell. Stay toward the center of the room. And remember your color assignment. Have I made myself clear? Yes.
Did you read that?
I have totally lost count, but yes, another room we were moved into. The ride technically hasn't started yet. This is why I think this entire Star Wars Rise of Resistance is an experience.
Leave us.
Yes, General.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Stay back.
We're with the Resistance. We're here to rescue. You'll find your safe color. Right this way. Cargo at your feet. Seatbelts go left and right.
Get to the escape pods now.
Lieutenant Beck, we need to find him a way.
Recortos para su seguridad. Permanezcan sentados con su...
Okay, take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught.
Alright, time to wrap up with my final thoughts about Disney's Hollywood Studios, Rise of the Resistance, Star Wars ride. This ride was so enjoyable to be on, no matter what your fandom level is of Star Wars. I personally am not obsessive with Star Wars, but I enjoyed it just as much. I will be going on it again. I do get motion sickness. It's not totally severe, but it does happen on certain rides. I did not feel any motion sickness during this. They did seem to have on the actual ride portion, when you're in your pod, some air blowing on you and you were moving around fast, but it at no point did I feel that dizziness that sets in. So
That was huge for me, and I know it will be for others too. It seems like as technology continues to get better, especially with theme parks, the less motion sickness I am feeling, so this is very good news. Some things that I did not like about the ride were how long it took in every room to move through the storyline, but it really makes up for it by feeling like you are immersed into the narrative of the story, you are part of the story. But it seems like the actual ride part goes so fast, it's over before you know it. There was a point where a dad told his son, he's like, okay, that was a ride, we're done. And he almost started crying, so that was kind of funny, but like that's how long you're standing in those different rooms for. He was obviously kidding, and then we were just about to get on the ride, so he was totally fine. Coming from someone who gets motion sick and someone who isn't an obsessive Star Wars fan, I still loved it. I loved it. I will be riding it over and over again. There are 2 different endings to this ride, so depending, I think, on what time of day that you do ride it or what sequence you are in, you get a little bit of different ending, which makes it even that more exciting to ride over and over again. I think that's totally brilliant. And the fact that there is no more virtual line is absolutely amazing. I know so many people are happy about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed riding this ride. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! And the entire outro is blurry. Sorry.